Guys, it's Jen. So I am bringing you guys a video today. It's going to be a little tutorial, so I will be pulling you a little bit closer. I received some products in the mail that I had ordered, at the Sephora, some of the sales and the Black Friday sales and all that kind of stuff. And also I ordered the Melt Cosmetics Beetlejuice palettes on the Sephora website when I think they launched on the 29th or 27th or 29th on Sephora's website. And I received my Beetlejuice waiting room palette, which is the one that I'm going to be doing the look with today. And this is the packaging. I have to be very careful with this because mine came shattered. Three of the most exciting shadows that I was looking forward to using were completely shattered, and I had to repress them. So they're sort of like Franken shadows because they're not exact to what the palette would be. They're pretty close to original because there was a bit of product left inside it, but some of the shadows from other shadows got in there, and so they're kind of mixed up a little bit. So my heart's broken, but what are you going to do, right? So I wanted to bring you guys a look today and use this so that I could, put it away, make sure that it's not going to fall anywhere or whatever. I am keeping this under lock and key and high guard. This is so gorgeous and I really, really wanted it, and I'm holding it so close and getting fingerprints all over it. Anyway, it looks like this. I'm sure you've seen this a bajillion times on YouTube. I know I have. I've watched so many people do their videos. I absolutely love this. I wish the front kind of looked like this, but actually I like how the front looks. It's hard. I wish there were two palettes kind of similar. They did a really good job, basically, especially with the aesthetic of the palettes and the packaging and the line and everything. They did such a good aesthetic. So you open it up and there is a nice large mirror in here, and this is nice and sturdy, so when you put it back it's going to be able to sit up for you. Mine is quite dirty. I do have still some stuff. I have cleaned it really good with isopropyl alcohol and other things, but there still has some streaks because it was a mess. It was so bad. It was leaking into the box that it came into, and it was wrapped with a bunch of other stuff, so there was shadow everywhere. It was so bad. So this is the sleeve that it comes in, which is gorgeous. Again, was full of eyeshadow. So I'm sure that you guys can, you've seen this already, I know, but it's just so stunning the way that they chose and selected the, God, you can see it's so good on my white skin. So just everything that they selected for the packaging portion of this release is just beyond amazing. And look at this guy's contour. Can you see this guy's contour? Love it. That's life right there. So I was obsessed as soon as I saw this palette, and I missed out on the Day of the Dead Sugar Skull. See, I got stuff all over my hands already. I missed out on the Day of the Dead Sugar Skull holiday release last year, and I was so upset. So upset. If I could get my hands on that, I would be so happy. I missed out, and they had the most beautiful, gorgeous colors in there. So when this came out, I had to get it. And I wanted the whole thing, but of course I spent a lot and I really have to watch. And if I could, I would have bought the whole thing and supported them. Everything they do, I love it. So the inside, of course, looks like this. Please disregard. You can see I repressed these three. I think they're pretty good. You can totally tell I did as best I could there, but you can even see the names of stuff is wiping off because I had to clean this thing out so good. So there's a bit of the names are rubbing off on the packaging, which breaks my heart. It just looks like it's old and used and beaten up. And so I'm in Manitoba in Canada, and our Sephoras are all closed due to the pandemic because we are in the red zone, which means essentials only. Most of us are working from home. Those who can, those who can't, of course, have to go in, but everyone else tries to work from home. Unfortunately, so many people are losing their jobs, and it's so incredibly sad. There is some help from the government, but at the same time, it's not the same. When you're stuck at home, inside your home, you can't see your family, you can't hug your loved ones or see your loved ones in the holidays. And I know this isn't like the government's fault or Canada's fault or whatever you believe, that's fine. Good for you. I'm not looking for a debate here, but it's so sad. Okay. It's so incredibly sad. I don't even have words for it. It's tragic. It's heartbreaking. So I wanted to do this. YouTube gives me life. I love it, but I can't even go in and replace this in my local Sephora if they had any, because it's closed and they're not doing curbside pickup or anything. So I can't even call and say I'd like to do a straight exchange and then just switch it out. I can't even do that. Understandably, whatever, but it just breaks my heart because I was really looking forward to this, and the 3 shadows I was so looking forward to, these 3 right here, were just completely, or no, these 3 right here, sorry, were just shattered. But anyhow, all that negativity aside, I don't want this to be a negative review. I am still so effing pumped that I have this in my grasps. It came super, super late. I actually received things before, like the stuff that I placed after this, I received it before this. So I was concerned. I emailed Canada Post and I was just like so concerned. Like, anyways, like limited edition, very soft, like, you know, sensitive product, and I get it late on its side. The product is all over the place. I've lost a lot of product. I actually have, I'll show you guys actually. I'm going to be doing a Franken shadow down the road. But I saved some of the fallout that I couldn't repress because all this stuff is kind of blended. So I saved all of this so that I could create this with some other stuff that I have and just like mix it in and make another eyeshadow. But like, how depressing. Like, and that's not even a fraction of what I lost. It was bad. All right. So now to the good stuff. We are going to apply this. I have to let you guys know, like underneath my eyes, it is so, I don't even know if I can brighten up my screen here, but it is so chalky and dry. And I have been using so much moisturizer, and I do my skincare and everything, but I think it's a mixture of the primer that I used and the products that I used. So I used this one as well that I was trying to pan, and I think it's gone bad because every time I use this, that is what my eyes look like. So this is going to be being decluttered out of my collection. I'm getting rid of it right now. I was going to try and use it up because I'm that girl. I like to make sure I use up my things. But hell no, not if it makes me look like elephant skin under my eyelids. That is horrible. It looks horrible. So let's get started. I'm going to actually apply some powder underneath my eyes in case there's just a little bit of fallout. I'm not concerned. Fallout doesn't bother me at all. I usually do my eyes first, but because I was doing a video, I wanted to have my makeup done so that in case, you know, I didn't really want to have to like do my face after, because that usually takes so long and then the video is super long. But I thought I would just do it and see how it went. So, all right, let's start. I'm so excited. I only want to use the shadows that are in here. Technically, I probably would need a little bit of a transition color, but I think I'm just going to blend the fart out of this. So I think I'm going to start with Obituary right here. Actually, no, I'm going to start with Shrunken Head. Let's start with this one right here. I don't have any clean brushes in front of me. I'm going to find some. Very ill prepared, you guys. Sorry for the noise. I'll use this one. I'm just going to grab a bunch of blending brushes because I go through so many of them. It's crazy. Okay. I also curled my hair for you guys. I hope you enjoy it. I'm trying to look a little more put together. My hair is like ridiculously gray. My roots are like down to here, but I figured whatever, like it's so hard for anyone to get their hair done or look nice, and whatever. I'm going to be 40, like, I don't even know, like soon, not really soon, but soon enough. And I keep saying it, and yeah, I'm just not ready. I'm not ready. So this is Shrunken Head, and I'm just applying it on one of my Morphe brushes in the pink collection. And I'm going to put this in the outer sort of portion and blend it out a lot. You can see I'm already getting like crazy fallout. So I'm sure that's going to stay and blend out. I'm sure it's going to stay there, but I kind of go a little crazy with putting shadows down first and then blend them through. But I should just grab a little at a time. But unfortunately, I like to grab a lot. And I know these shadows do fall out a lot. That's why it usually doesn't bother me because I do my eyes first normally. But we'll see how this goes. I'm just putting this all the way in my crease. I have no idea what I'm going to be doing here yet. I might do two different things on my eye look. But I do like this gray. It's a very grungy, beautiful, like I would do a smoky eye with this and then Tombstone and Charmander like all over my eyes. I think that would be a freaking bomb eye look. But I want to do some reds because your girl loves her reds. I am obsessed. So that's why I'm super disappointed. I missed out on the last holidays collections. If you guys know anyone who's selling theirs or wants to get rid of theirs, I would be a very happy candidate to accept that. I contacted Melt to see if they could find, like if they had an extra one that I could purchase from them. I don't care if it's double the cost. Well, I do actually. I do. I can't do that, but you know, I'm that desperate. I love it. I don't want to get ripped off though, but at the same time, like, it's mostly for like the aesthetic and the palette. It's just the whole everything. It's beautiful, but it's not this is not about that. So let's just continue on here. I hope you guys are doing well. I've watched a couple of YouTube videos recently and like some people are just going through it. Like it's rough. And I feel for people, like there are some that are having the time of their life. This year is the best, what did Bailey Sarian call it? The best, worst year ever. She's having a freaking grand year, like, and rightly so. She's an incredibly humble, beautiful soul. And I love watching her videos and her makeup is always so cute. But then you just see other YouTubers who are struggling and it's sad. And like people in my life, it's sad. I lost my aunt, my great aunt to COVID. And that was hard because you want to go to their funeral, be there for their family. She was my grandma's sister and that was hard. That was something like, I'll never talk on YouTube about that, but my grandma was the world and I lost her and it was very tragic. And yeah, just knowing like her last sister is now gone. There's no siblings left. It just brings life into perspective. Like I'm not going to let this pandemic get me down because I'm doing YouTube. I'm video chatting. Like imagine if we were in the Spanish flu era and we didn't have internet or Netflix or, you know, pick up groceries, like pick up or delivery or video chat with your family in other freaking countries or across the world. Like we are so fortunate and it's just like, come on, like I know this totally blows ass, but I mean, we can get through this. We are going to get through this. Come on, we got this, right? All right. All right. Now we're going to go into No Exits, which is the darker shade down here. Oh, I'm so excited. I don't know what I want to do, but I'm going to try and do a lot. Okay, let's just put this in the outer corner. Frick. Okay, so many F-bombs. I want to throw out so many F-bombs in the most beautiful way ever. This is effing gorgeous. Oh my god. This is effing gorgeous. I'm so sad mine was broken. I'm so sad. I'm going to take this wing out just a little. I'm going to deepen that up actually with a little pencil brush later, but that is so sexy. I love this color. No Exit is so far my favorite, but I've tried only two. So, I mean, you know. This is where I struggle to make sure that they're even, because I don't know, like my eyes look like they're the same, but they're like a little bit off. You know, they're a little bit off. I gotta play with it. But that is so effing sexy right now. Oh my god. Okay. I kind of want to do sandworm all over the rest of my lid and then blow it out with some more red. I kind of want to go all matte eyeshadow today. What? Who is she? What? I did not want to do that. I wanted to throw all of those shimmers. Maybe it's because they're broken. Maybe it's because they're broken, or my freaking eyes look super mature right now, and maybe I just want to use mattes. I don't know. I don't know what it is. You tell me what you think it is. I think it's because they're broken, and also because my, those under eyes, Anyway, yeah, let's just go ahead and throw sandworm. No. Yes. Screw it. Yes, let's do it. You guys, I need one of you here to just be like, Jen, do it. I was not going to do it this way, but I'm excited. So sandworm is this really light gray. We're going to throw that all over the lid. I'm going to do that just first in the inner portion on both eyes, and then I'm going to deepen up the crease first. This is just all done in a really poor, like, sequence. This is absolutely not the typical way I would apply this, but doesn't that just totally brighten up the inner eye? And I have not seen anyone use that shade yet. So let's go ahead and take a tiny little pencil brush, which of course I don't have anything out. I'm going to use this one right here. It's really small on the tip, and it is a Morphe brush. Obviously, I use a lot of Morphe brushes because I had a subscription with them. So I'm going to take Charmander, which is that little black area there. And, oh shit. That is, I have to not talk. Okay. If you hear weird noises, my husband and my son are being weird right now, and I love it. I love when they're really goofy. And I just hear them laughing and playing. It's so cute. Okay, so I'm okay with that right now. If I just got like a slight eye lift. Oh, hell yeah. That is not happening though. Okay, I'm going to continue with the same brush. And I'm going to go in with Tombstone, which is the medium matte shade in the gray portion. And I'm just going to blend. I'm basically like not really blending much with this brush, but I'm like laying it down just over top of that matte black shade, which is called Charmander. I'm just lightly going over that. I just want to lay it down, and I'm going to blend it out right away. All right, so then I'm going to go ahead and take a little bit of a thicker pencil brush. This one slightly has some stuff on it, but it's fine. I'm going to go back in with Shrunken Head, which was already in the crease, and I'm just going to blend those up a little bit, just like side to side windshield wiper motions. This is not being done in perfection. I'm just playing around here, but this stuff is just so easy to work with. Like that is, I'm loving it right now. And I haven't even like cut my crease or anything, and I already like it. I'm going to go back in with this blending brush with a little bit of shrunken head, and I'm just going to bring up the crease color just a little bit. I just want to blend that out a lot, honestly, because I want it to just look really seamless. All right, and now actually I'm going to do a little more on this side. Now I'm going to go in with Sandworm, which is the lighter gray shade, and I'm just going to apply that up in this area. Oh, I am enjoying this so much. I should have bought two. I should have bought two of these, because I foresee myself like really using this a lot. Okay, so we're gonna go back to the lid, and I'm going to bring up that gray more. I'm not going to cut my crease or anything. I'm gonna see what this shadow does on its own, because it is already incredibly pigmented. So we're gonna go ahead and just press that shade along the crease. And pull it in. It doesn't have to be too crazy, because I'm going to blend out that wing a little bit with one of the other, I think the lighter matte red shade. I'm not using any of the shimmers, you guys. Not a single shimmer. I wonder why. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is take check my teeth first, okay? No lipstick. This is Sin from MAC, by the way. One of the lipsticks that I will be putting in my pan 21 in 2021. So watch out for that in the new year. But I'm wearing it because I thought it would go perfect with this palette, and yeah, it does. I love it. So I'm going to go ahead and take that pencil brush that we started with, and I'm going to go back in with No Exit, which is the dark red shade on the wing, and I'm going to just deepen up the bottom portion of the wing and closer to the lash line. I wish I had my Duraline. I ordered some from a brand. I'll show you when I get it, but I ordered some and it's not here, and it's probably not going to be here for a very long time, unfortunately. But I'm excited to get it, because then I can make some eyeliners. I'm really enjoying this. I'm going to now go back in with that little pencil brush, and I'm going to go in with Obituary, and oh my god, you can see like all this. All these eyeshadows are just chipping off, but this is Obituary right here, and that's the shade that I'm going to take on my little pencil brush, and I'm just going to sort of blend out the edges a little bit. So I just want to smear like the two together. I know that's not like the nicest word choice, but I just want to smear those two shades and sort of blend them into the gray a little bit. I kind of just want this to be like messy and grungy, and I'm really enjoying it. I do have to do something on the bottom, so maybe we'll put a little bit of the shimmery stuff in the inner corner down there, so I will actually use one of those. But I'm actually really enjoying this look. I am blown away. I have no eyeliner on, and I'm loving the way that this looks. I do kind of want to clean that up, so I might use a little bit of concealer. But let's go ahead and start on the bottom and see what we can do with that area. So I think I'm going to start off with No Exit. No, I'm going to start off with Charmander, which is the black. We're going to start off strong. And I'm just going to take a little bit of that in the outer corner. Whew. Now that is a dark eyeliner. All right. I should say eyeshadow, but damn. That is gorgeous. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and take the same brush and I'm going to go in with No Exit, which is the dark, like this color here in, like for the wing. I do want a relatively smoky bottom lash line. And so, yeah, I'm going to thicken it up just a little bit. But I'm thickening it with No Exit because I want it more vibrant and red than black. All right, and so now I'm going to go in with the pencil brush, and I think I'm going to take Obituary. My hair looks jacked, y'all. All right, and I'm just going to blend underneath that. And I'm just going to like slightly connect them, but I don't ever really connect them because I usually tear a lot. So if you want to do this look or recreate whatever, like do whatever you want to do. It's all about you on your own looks. But for me, I don't usually add them together because, yeah, I tear a lot. I can't even with this lower, like this. Whatever I used, it just made it look super cakey. So I'm just going to blend off the excess powder now. It just ruined my beautiful highlight. I had my Dior highlight on. I think it wiped it all off. All right, I'm a suck today. Wow. Okay, suck it up. I think what I'm going to do now is just go back over with Obituary, but I'm going to use my blending brush just really, really lightly. I'm like tapping it off on a tissue because I want to like smoke this TF out. Like I just want this to be really smoked out. And I'm bringing it a little bit into the inner portion. Because I mean, hey, we got to cover up those bags, right? And then I'm going to put a little bit of a like shimmery color in the inner portion. So I'm just going to take, I'm sorry, I keep sniffling. I'm going to take this little pencil brush and I think I'm going to use Lydia. This one right here, which is the one, like this was my favorite. This is a gorgeous looking red shimmery eyeshadow. So yeah, we're going to take that. See if it is so not pressed into the pan. It's so gonna fall out. Okay. I gotta work on those. I'll have to lay it down or something. We're just gonna apply this into the inner corner. But I'm also pulling it into the other portion because I really want that bright red to shine. Yeah, that's pretty. I feel like a sexy little vampire right now. I really like this a lot. So then I'm just going to take the blending brush and I'm going to put a little bit of obituary. Again, I'm going to wipe the brush off and I'm just going to play with the under part of that. Blend it out pretty good. You can just see the dry skin like flaking, like it's just flaking off. Okay, and then I want to actually take, I'm trying to use up my those eyeshadows, and since there's not like a beige color, I'm just going to touch up with a little bit of probably this shade. I can't remember what this is called. Creme Brulee. And I'm going to use the same little brush, but I just want to take it very lightly underneath because I want to add a little bit of warmth under there. Okay, so I'm really liking this. I'm just gonna try and maybe add like a little bit of a shimmer highlight. I think Juno, which is this one, would be way too gray, but we can try that maybe for the inner corner. But my brow highlight, I want to do something different. So I'll use the pencil brush again, and I'll take Juno, which is the it's the shade right here. And oh, it's really flaky, so I'm gonna spray my brush and I'm just gonna take a little, this is super flaky. Okay, I'm gonna take that. It is not doing anything. It's legit not doing anything. So I think this is like, it needs to be applied with your fingers or to like a glitter base, because that's just not happening. So I am going to take Shimma Shimma from my eyeshadows that I'm trying to pan and just throw that ever so lightly in my inner corner. And